and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Well, the Lakers hired Darvin Ham to be their head coach back in 2022. Grant, that proved to be a great move.
I agree, B.A. I mean, Ham was an assistant for a decade in the league, earned his spot as the main guy, and Darvin was a really tough player, too. I mean, he went undrafted and won a title with the Pistons against the Lakers.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Talking about the veteran Paul George, a star player, Smitty, wanting to compete for titles.
B.A., he knows he's not getting any younger. I think it's good he poses this win-now mentality. He's clearly hungry to win a title.
Lowry, he's checked in for George. Shot's good by James.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Pass to Vanderbilt. James inside. Harris on him. Oh, Harris with the block. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Drops in the three.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Here's Hield. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Beautiful play design. Anytime you get a dunk off an inbounds play, you know your strategy is on point.
Philadelphia foul.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Sixers.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
24 seconds left in the first quarter.
Your 76ers.
Right side Vanderbilt. Dinwiddie outside. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And George launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. George has got 13 now.
When Paul George is on the court, the defense has to be aware of him on the perimeter.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Philadelphia. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points.
15.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. D'Lo and Reeves are the backcourt duo. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward.
And on both sides of the ball, Rui Hachimura plays with great aggression.
Grant, he embraces that part of his game. You can't ignore the physicality that he plays with. Rui is at his best when he's playing bully ball.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Joel Embiid talked about setting the tone. He said it's not easy being a leader. I'm not an off-the-court guy. I'm more reserved. But on the court, I show up. That's the way I like to lead, dominating on the court, offensively, defensively, and try to bring everybody along with me. Brian?
He does it well, for sure. Allie, thanks for that. Here's James. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
The raw power of James excels at taking on physical defense and finishing.
And George with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Timeout called, the Lakers. Well, Grant, you've been the up-and-comer, but you've also played the role of the veteran. What's the key to that latter stage?
You know, B.A., your contributions as a veteran are felt just as much with your leadership as they are with your numbers. So sharing what you've learned with those younger players on the way up is so important.
James is checked in for Russell. And James gets it to go.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And George launches it from deep. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. It seems you could bring in anybody to this team and pair them with Embiid, and they'd still win, Greg.
Oh, they got a solid roster, but there's no denying that Embiid is the heartbeat of this team. The 76ers go how Embiid goes, kind of like our broadcast with you. And in the last 5 seasons, they've gone to the playoffs.
Well, Smitty, despite starting in the play-in, the Lakers made it to the conference finals last year.
And it wasn't easy, B.A. Knocking out Ja and the second-seeded Grizzlies, then defeating Steph and the defending champion Warriors. A really impressive run.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And the 76ers making a change here. Oubre's checked in.
76ers ENT.
The first one falls. He hits the second from the line. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. With Anthony Davis, the question has never been about ability. It's about availability.
You're so right, B.A. He's got all the talent in the world. We've seen him put together dominant stretches of play, but too often it's interrupted by injury.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
James passes to James. Excellent D there from Embiid.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Out to Oubre. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's James. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the team counts on Embiid for this, to grab loose balls and send them right back.
Here's James. Not to be deterred. LeBron.
Assisted.
Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
Torian Prince. That's his first personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
It's all tied in Philly.
27. The Lakers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 18 points and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the 76ers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
The free throw line has been a huge factor in this game. The more aggressive team normally wins in the NBA. Racking up points at the free throw line.
And now with the second